Tonight in sports, Syracuse heads down to Blacksburg looking to steal another road win in ACC play. With the new expanded ACC schedule, Syracuse now plays 6 home-and-home series rather than the familiar 4. And after losing the home end to Virginia, Virginia Tech, and Notre Dame, the Orange is now in a stretch where they'll play all 3 of those teams, but on the road. SU already beat Virginia on their home floor last weekend. Today, a chance to go down and play Virginia Tech and another opportunity for revenge. A win today would make it 3 straight for the Orange, get them back above 500 in ACC play. They trailed by 6 early, but then Buddy Boeheim got hot. Sorry, I meant to say he caught fire. The sophomore goes on an 18-5 run all by himself, hitting 4 3-pointers on his way to 18 first-half points. And although SU led by as many as 16, it was cut down to just an 8-point lead at the half. But in the second, some more of the same. Buddy draining a wide-open 3, his 5th. He'd tie a career high with 26 points. SU up by 13. Just like in the Dome, though, this game would get tight. Elijah Hughes getting hot after his first half of just 4 points. SU up 55-51 after that bucket. Now Quincy Guerrier good off the bench in this one. 5 points, 9 rebounds, and that 3-point play made it a 7-point game. Now Hughes finding Dolezaj as the Orange are just up by 1. Marek finishing with 11 points and 11 boards in this one. A minute to go. Who's your closer? Elijah Hughes. This gives him 17 on the night. The Orange takes a 3-point lead. Virginia Tech would get a chance, down just 1 though. Landers Nolley missing everything. And the Orange holds on for its 3rd ACC road win, 3rd straight win overall, 71-69.
I thought we played well there. We just let it get away from us. We had it controlled, and we didn't guard 2 guys that we really have to guard. Tough team for us to play against. They move the ball as well as anybody and have shooters at virtually every position. Tough game. Really good win.
That gives Syracuse an all-important Quadrant 1 win on their postseason resume. Check this out. Not only did SU out-rebound Virginia Tech 35-33, they also dominated inside 34-12 in the paint over the Hokies. 2 important stats for Syracuse's next opponent, the Orange once again on the road this Wednesday at Notre Dame. When Syracuse returns to the Dome next weekend, they'll face Pittsburgh, who hosted struggling North Carolina today. Halfway through the first, off a turnover, Ryan Murphy getting in the corner. Open 3, he hits it. Panthers score 23 points off turnovers. Pitt dominating the first half. Xavier Johnson easily getting to the rim here. Make it a 40-17 Pitt lead. Johnson was huge, a game-high 20. He also grabbed 6 rebounds, had 6 assists as Pitt takes a 20-point lead into the locker room. They'd hold off a late push by UNC. They beat the Tar Heels for the 2nd time in a week. This one 66-52. UNC dropping below 500. Pitt will come to the Dome on January 25th, while UNC makes the trip in February. Down in Hamilton, Colgate looking to bounce back after its first Patriot League loss, hosting Boston University. 8 minutes to go in the first half. Rapolis Ivanauskas showing off the post moves. Just 10 points for him. Raiders up 36-32 at the half. Colgate led by Will Raymond. He knocked down all 4 threes, grabbed 13 rebounds. He shot 70% from the field. Raiders taking a 10-point lead. 4 minutes to go in the game. Nelly Cummings wide open on the wing. Give him 11 in the game. Raiders hit 12 threes in the game. Colgate wins number 14 on the year. Raiders get the win 79-70. Sticking with basketball now, but at the pro level, after a year away from the game, this entire season, well, you could say Melo is proving the doubters, myself included, wrong. He's now played in 28 games for the Portland Trailblazers. Portland did fall to Dallas last night, 120-112. But even in a loss, Melo continues to prove he has a place in the league. The former Orange has now scored in double figures in 4 straight games. He dropped 22 points last night, but it was an early first quarter free throw that placed Melo in exclusive company. He's now just the 18th player in NBA history to reach the 26,000 point mark, currently at 26,014. That's just 57 behind Kevin Garnett for 17th in NBA history. Blazers back on the court tonight to take on the Oklahoma City Thunder at 9. Meanwhile, down in the G League, two former Orange standouts had great nights. Tyler Ennis and O'Shea Brissett combined for 56 points in the Raptors' 905, 123-114 win over the Canton Charge. Ennis led all scorers with 35 points, also dishing out 7 assists and grabbing 6 rebounds. Remember, this is Ennis' first season back after suffering a gruesome leg injury overseas. He's averaging 17 a game in the G League. Meanwhile, O'Shea, who's been back and forth with Toronto, added 21 points and 5 rebounds. The SU football team made some changes to its coaching staff, officially announcing Sterling Gilbert as offensive coordinator and Zach Arnett as defensive coordinator last week. Well, former DC Brian Ward now reportedly has a new job as well. According to FootballScoop.com, Ward has been hired by Nevada. Remember, Ward was fired after the Orange allowed a program record 496 rushing yards to BC in mid-November. One of Ward's former players hit the field in the East-West Shrine Bowl. Kendall Coleman playing for the East team in this one. He's wearing number 54 in the game, picking up a big sack here in the first half, that patented dip move. His performance today added to what was already an impressive week for Coleman. Several scouts were impressed, and Coleman has to hope he made enough of an impression on NFL coaches to get an invite to the NFL Combine coming up next month. Former SU punter Sterling Hoffrichter also played in a Senior Bowl, playing in the Collegiate Bowl tonight. That's going to do it for us in sports. Stick around. One last check of the weather coming up after this.